Hello StarCraft fans, this is FalconPaladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is between Obichew and validng on Orbital Shipyard. Alright, so ZVT on this map, looking really forward to this match. I'm not sure if I said that correctly, but hey. In the top right of Orbital Shipyard, we have the red Terran player, it is Obichew. And in the bottom left of Orbital Shipyard, we have the blue Zerg player, it is validng. Good luck, have fun from both of these players, both players being very, very nice to each other. Choosing to wall off is Obichew, surprisingly. Either way, thanks for joining me on this cast. I did recently hit 2,000 subscribers. I'm so excited about that. That's a number that I wasn't sure if I would ever hit in the early days of my casting, but thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed, everybody who has shared my videos on Reddit and Team Liquid and posted them to Facebook and Twitter. Just getting the name out there is enough. I really feel like I'm one of the few casters doing Legacy of the Void cast these days, and I'm the only one who's doing 2 per day. I can tell you that much. Getting 2 per day of a beta at this point is really pretty fantastic. I'm very proud of myself for keeping up that schedule even when I'm out of town. Thanks to the handy YouTube scheduling feature, I can cast a lot of stuff and get them up scheduled exactly when I want them to over the next few days. So really, really great stuff all the way around. Thanks again to everybody who's been watching, and let's see how big this thing can get. Pretty great stuff. Alright, so let's actually pay attention to the StarCraft that is going on here. Single gas coming up here, immediately going over for validng, spawning pool on the way. Standard stuff from the Zerg player, not really seeing anything too risky being made. Throwing down the hatchery here. Again, you would expect it to see down here most of the time, but it makes sense to put it here, I think, for Zerg players. They can defend this area, not have to worry about bouncing back and forth between this and this. I know it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but the area to defend is a little bit smaller in this total case here. So here comes the Reaper. It is definitely a Reaper expand. Spawning pool going to pop here in just a few seconds. The Reaper should have some time to actually kill some workers if the micro is good here from Obichew. So we'll have to see exactly how that works out. Overlord scouting. Again, no drone scouts, no SCV scouts from either of these players, which I'm always a little bit disappointed in, but you know what? There are worse things in the world than choosing not to scout. So Reaper moving out always looks very bouncy, doesn't it? Like it's a kind of a jolting ride, like when you're driving down a country road with dirt and bumps and you're just kind of getting shooken around in your seat. But anyway, here comes the Reaper checking out this base, saying nothing to kill here except a drone, and the Lings pop out. They're going to chase down this Reaper. Ooh, on the creep as well, and might be able to almost kill it. No, it does get to the low ground there. KD8 charge kind of whiffed. I don't think that really hit anything to speak of. And one more shot. Wow, they killed that Reaper in midair, I think. Did they? I feel like they did. He was in the process of hopping over this ledge, and the Lings killed it. Maybe they just caught like a foot. The Reaper's hopping over the ledge, and the Ling like reaches out a claw, just goes bink, and clips his heel, and that's enough to kill him. But in the end, the Reaper didn't do too good of a job there. Didn't end up killing anything whatsoever. Scouted out, I guess the gas timings? No, didn't even really do that. Just saw 2 hatcheries, and that was the end of the story for that guy. Bad news. Bad news bears. Oh, you know what? I'm going to turn down spelling just a little bit. Alright, I'm going to be fiddling with this for a while. I watched one of my recent casts where I had the volume at 11. It just seemed a little bit too high. I don't like to yell when I'm casting. Okay, I do kind of like to yell, but I don't think it makes for a very good watching experience if I'm yelling while I'm casting. I'm trying to make it, I don't know, I'm trying to be excited, I think is what it is. And I am excited. I'm trying to express that. But sometimes the yelling can kind of overpower things. And I don't know, let me in the comments what you think about that. Hellions popping on out. Hydralisk in on the way, as well as a Roach Warren for validng, and no sign of a third base. He has to know there's a third base or a second base up for the Terran player, so perhaps this is a 2-base attack coming from validng, which could be pretty strong depending on exactly what is made. The Hellions don't respond well to Roach Hydra. A second queen being made here for validng. Get that inject off. You can do it. You have enough energy to do 2 injects. Oh, that's another thing. On this recent patch, you can actually stock up injects on your hatchery. If you're watching this and you're a Zerg player, check this out. The queen has 50 energy, right? This is already producing additional larvae. But if this queen comes over here and injects twice, using 25 of her energy 2 times, then the hatchery will, as soon as this particular larva batch finishes, will immediately pop into the second one. When that one finishes, the third one will pop out. It's just basically queuing up mules or queuing up chrono boosts like the Protoss used to be able to do. Ah, there it is. Was that what I'm like inject? I don't know. Either way, that's something that you can do. If you have the queens with a ton of energy, you don't really feel like spending on creep tumors, you can queue up the injections on your hatcheries, and it's a very, very good feeling indeed. So third hatch coming on up. It's not a crazy 2-base play after all from validng, and here come a ton of Hellions, as well as Marines, as well as a Banshee, as well as that's about it, right? A Banshee, yep. And the Overlord does scout this out, does see the number of Hellions that are here, also sees the Banshee. And what's popping out here for validng? I don't know. I don't see what he has in his army. He has a few roaches, the queens here as well. Depending on how the micro works, he might be able to hold this off. He needs to make units now, though. Overlord does get killed by those Marines. Delay the attack just by a little bit. These are Hellbats now, even more scary for the Zerg player. All right, the roaches do take out a single Hellion. But the Hellbats pop on in. The queens are here. They're ready. Oh, but the Banshee is cloaked. The queens can't take it out. They're trying to get rid of these Hellbats and these Marines, but that is not going to happen at all. The queen gets burned alive. These evolution chambers are getting focused down as well. Upgrades are very, very bad for the Terran player. The Marines take out another. Overlord validng is making roaches here. They're popping out, trying to escape with these drones back on into the main base. A lot of them do manage to escape. Surprisingly, the roaches on the high ground actually do manage to take down a Hellbat there. This roach pops out in the wrong place as the Banshee and the Hellbats make quick work of it. But, oh, surprisingly, the roaches do seem to be managing to hold on here. There are 2 of them left. The Banshee from on high up to 4 kills so far. And more roaches popping here, trying to kill what they can. Rally point not very good either. And the Banshee is still at full health. It is up to 5 kills now. Marine coming on. Another Banshee here for Obichew. Playing this pretty darn well, I would have to say. Taking down roaches from the air. validng can't think of what to do except be aggressive with these roaches, which might actually work if they can actually get there, because the roaches that come this way are getting killed by these Banshees. Nope, that one managed to survive. The Banshees are going to chase him down, though, because they are faster than roaches, especially if roaches don't have speed. Barp, says that roach. Moving on up, and there's another Banshee here waiting for them. All right, Banshees are a good counter to roaches. They did kill that Marine. Bunkers being thrown up at the top of this ramp a little bit too late, though. But in the end, there's a Banshee, like I said, ready to take care of all of these roaches. There's no third base here, which is a good sign for validng. And they did manage to kill a Widow Mine, but a Widow Mine shot came off. All the roaches are gone, and the Overseer is forced to retreat home. Hopefully the Marine does not kill it, because Overseer just minding his own business, scouting things out, down to 49 hit points, gets to the high ground, and is home free, because this debris keeps the Marines from getting up there. So, validng is actually up 50 to 44 total harvesters. He didn't lose that many workers in that attack. He lost 12, but considering he had to abandon his second base entirely at one point and walk those drones past Hellbats and past Marines, that is a surprising number to remain alive. Indeed, needs to transfer some of these workers down here. I think put them on gas. There we go, putting some on gas. A little bit oversaturated. Put the workers on gas here as well. Might be a great idea. validng has a lot of minerals. Not so much on the gas department. Units lost here. Resources lost. 2,900 minerals and 400 gas lost for validng. Obichew, 1,500 minerals and 75 gas. Pretty good stuff. All the way around. Creep tumors being thrown down. Production tab getting really long for Obichew here. Command centers, missile turrets, barracks, orbital commands, SCVs, liberators, marauders, marines, defender mode being researched, as well as infantry weapons level 1. Defender mode is really good against Zerg. At 1-shots roaches, 1-shots hydras. No, 2-shots roaches rather. 1-shots hydras, 2-shots ravagers. Just very, very strong in most cases. 1-shots workers, obviously very good use against queens at the same time. So here comes the hydralisk count. So hydralisk count 2, 4, 6, 8, about 10 hydras here, with a +1 missile attack replacing this evolution chamber. This one is researching +2 missile attack, but 3 bases are up and running for Obichew. He has mules running. The Automaton 2000 is observing exactly what's going on here. We'll report back to his master and explain what Obichew is up to at this point. Barracks landing with a tech lab being spawned immediately there. And yeah, I like to see the Liberator play here. It's basically just Marine Marauder at this point for Obichew, but he does have the Liberators here at the same time, and a lot of Banshees. Still has these 3 Banshees, man. 8 kills, 2 kills there. I think 2 kills on the other one as well. Creep spread looking A-okay. Moving on out to make sure this is a safe place to take a 4th base, and it is. So the hatchery is going to come up, including a couple extractors for that juicy, juicy gas that all Zerg players need. More Hydras popping on out. Hydra count is up to 17 right now, 11 roaches as well. Carapace upgrade being researched at this evolution chamber now that it has been reestablished. Overlord hanging out, maybe trying to see if there's a base here, and you can't see it though. Might need to get a little bit closer to make that happen. Creep tumors spreading on out across the world. Planetary fortress being morphed in where? Ah, over here at this one. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Planetary fortress and a couple missile turrets. Pretty much all you need as a Terran player to hold off like Ling run-bys or some roach attacks. You can do pretty well just with these few units here. And then your army can come and defend if they really need to, but most of the time that is not the case. Excuse me, took another drink of my delicious, delicious tap water there. Oh, I actually saw a news report here that who makes Aquafina? Who did they say that was? It was Pepsi or it was Coke or somebody makes Aquafina brand bottled water. And they're basically being forced to admit that it's tap water. They're going to put on the label that it is from municipal sources, which means tap water. So it's not from springs, it's not from amazing glaciers or anything like that. It is from the tap. They put it in a bottle and they charge $1.25 for it when it costs them like 9 cents to make, maybe, if that. So it is one of the highest profit margins for basically for food companies. Comes from bottled water, which is why they continue to make it and why there are so many different kinds. Anyway, roaches and hydras trying to take down this debris, taking the long way through the middle of the map. +2 attack there. Both the roaches and the hydras. The carapace is on the way. Is that +1 infantry weapons? No, +2 infantry weapons on the way as well. This 4th base up and running. Obichew very, very strong at this point. Roaches and hydras. The hydras trying to take down these liberators, but that is a lot of bile. This army is going to get destroyed. validng recognizes that, runs for his life. And yes, thankfully, the muscular augments are allowing most of these hydras to live, but lurkers morphing in, popping in. They need to burrow approximately now, and they do. They do manage to burrow there, but the scan, oh, the scan comes up. The lurkers, there's one left, but just with barely enough hit points to stay alive here. But look at that, reinforcing roaches came on in. The lurker does have 11 kills. Surprising work from that one. One-shotting one of the hydralisks. Oh, I thought that one was outside the range, but it was not. Roaches pushing their way against this marauder ball. Doing a fairly good job of it, too. Don't go in there, though. Oh, there we go. Moving down again. And Lurker's still alive, surprisingly. So good job, Lurker, staying alive to this point. This is really oversaturated for Obichew. Throwing down mules as well. Yeehaw! Move some of those workers over here. This is still unsaturated. There isn't much here to do. And maybe a worker here might be a good idea, but maybe not. Time to expand, Obichew. That's all I'm trying to say. 4th base up now for validng. Probably should take another extractor, running fairly low on the mineral account here. I don't know if he can go Roach Hydra against this Bio Liberator force, though. I don't know if it is the correct choice in the long run here. Getting +3 missile attack, +2 carapace on the way as well. Is that, why does that say 1 next to it? It's +2. Anyway, Thors on the way. More Hydras being produced by validng. Resources lost tab, 7,200 minerals, 2,500 gas for a Zerg player, and Terran has lost 7,000 minerals and 1,175 gas. So a little bit more even than you would expect. Here comes the push down the right side, though, for Obichew. He wants to kill this base, and the army's a little bit out of position here. Can he make it happen? Liberators going to throw down defender mode circles, and they do. The Hydras really need to focus those down, but instead, just actually going for it. Hydra from the back side does kill one Liberator. The other one as well does end up dead at the same time. Marauders from the top side getting killed. Roaches actually tearing through these Marauder balls. There are just too many roaches, again, with the +2/+1 attack here. +2/+1 as well for these Marauders, but I just think Obichew is getting out macroed at this point. This composition really shouldn't be working as well as it is, but being forced to retreat once again is Obichew. He really wanted to kill that 4th base, wasn't able to do so. That Thor waddling its way to safety. Very, very happy it didn't get left behind, because it would have died very, very quickly to that Roach Hydra ball. So, maybe validng can make this work, expanding again. Just intelligent play all the way around here. +1 melee attack, perhaps choosing maybe to go into ultras a little bit later. He does have the hive here, and I don't know if there was an ultralisk den created at any point. But again, the injects, look, again, your queen has a lot of injects. You come back here, inject, 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 inject. You don't have to waste that energy. It is such a nice feeling. Just please Please do that, Zerg players. I want to see more of that from you guys in this latest patch of Legacy of the Void. Overseer popping on out, trying to see what he can see. Getting a pretty good scout off, but I think he pretty much knows what he's dealing with here as the missile turret destroys him. Pieces flying all over the place. Lurkers running back onto the creep after being somewhere. Small drop over here, completely destroying this base. I don't think there are too many workers there, though. Units lost have, yeah, just 12 drones have died to this point, and this hatchery is not long at all for this world. Explodes very, very quickly. No transferring drones. Why would you come this way? They actually survive. Lurker trying to burrow in here in the backside. Boosting away, though, are the medevacs. Obi-Wan, a very efficient hit there. I'd like to see double pronged attacks from him, though. Does take a lot of APM, but attacking there, the entire army came to deal with that small drop. Then he dropped here with another army and managed to kill this stuff. Inject. validng, you can do it, man. I believe in you. You can keep those injects up. You can do queued injects as well. Here comes a Marauder push with a few Marines. Okay, a lot of Marines. Pretty big bio ball with a Thor bringing up the rear. A bunch of medevacs at the same time. Dropping back here again, killing that. The units flying on in. Zerglings being destroyed immediately. Flank attack, though. Here from validng, getting a great concave on top of these bio units. The remainder of the units come on in for Obichew. It is straight up mono A, mono attacks. Moving on in, stutter stepping on in here is validng. Again, the Lurker managing to burrow, getting those spines on up into those Marauders and those Marines and cleaning it up fairly handily. Hydralisk dying, however. Lurkers need to burrow, man, and they do manage to burrow. Not sure if that was entirely necessary. The Roaches cleaned up most of those Marines as well, but this base is gone again. I'm not sure if that was even canceled. On the high ground under these Thors all by themselves. They're on top of creep too, so validng can see this. The question remains, though, can he go up and attack it? I really don't know. A couple Marines on their own trying to kill an evolution chamber. Not sure what that was all about. Either way, look at the oversaturation here. 48 workers on 2 mineral patches. I haven't seen saturation like that in a long time. Hydras do manage to get both of the medevacs as their pieces fall down into the ground here on Orbital Shipyard. I think the Thors are the next target of attack here based on what validng is doing with the army. Yep, moving across the creep up onto this high ground, and goodbye Thors. You might take a couple Hydras with you, but in the end, oh, even getting the medevac picking up that Thor. Trying to escape once more is this medevac, but the boost is going to run out. It is. There's a single Liberator trying to hold the fort here. Might be enough to keep validng away, but the +3, +2 here is here for these units. +3 armor on the way, +2 melee attack as well. I don't think we're going to see anything, honestly, like Broodlords or Ultralisks, but, you know, it never hurts to have those upgrades anyway. Oh, no. All the transferring SCVs getting caught at the perfectly wrong time there. They're here ready to repair this planetary fortress. Can validng get through the repair of these SCVs? The answer is by killing the SCVs you can. So yep, they're killing the SCVs and attacking the planetary at the same time. It does end up falling. Not much left here though. Actually a lot of gas in these Vespene geysers. Never mind. Obichew might need that, but again, maybe not. He's pretty heavy on the bio. That doesn't need much gas whatsoever. Another attack here. The Marines and Marauders are mad. They're stimming forward. They have +2/+2 attack. If they had +3/+3, I think this might be a different situation. Both the Lurkers end up dead, though. Standing and fighting again is validng. I'm not sure if this is the correct decision for him, but the Marauders are falling at a fairly quick rate. And yes, completely getting cleaned up there. validng is saying, you know what, my Hydras are good. My Hydras are strong. Long live the Hydralisks. It's just good to see them have utility in StarCraft 2 after being pretty much useless in most situations in Wings of Liberty and Heart of the Swarm. But looking pretty good, especially with the Lurker. Standing in again, the Hydras decide to turn their tails around and run towards the danger. Usually turn their tails and run means something else, but Creep Tumors all the way up here to this base getting killed, however. This base, I'm not sure, has been scouted and has not been scouted by the Zerg player, but Roaches and Hydralisks are attacking again. A full concave, just ripping through these bio units. Reinforcements trying to trail in, but they're no match for the Death Ball that the Zerg player has introduced here. Another SCV ends up dead. 30 drones have died and 31 SCVs have died here. Is this a planetary? It is, in fact. The Creep has scouted this out now. Yeah, the Creep found it. That's kind of funny. Going for it. There's nothing really mining here for Obichew. This is gone. This is gone at the same time. And our Lurkers, perhaps... What's the range on this again? It is 6. And Lurkers have a range of 9. So Lurkers can actually lay siege to a planetary fortress. That is something I don't know if I've ever seen. I'm not sure if validng is going to do it. Nope. No, he is not. But using the DPS anyway to take it down. The repair was way too late there for Obichew. All the SCVs try to run away, but that is never, ever going to happen. Refinery being destroyed as well. Killing another base here is the small group of Bio. Moving on down. Marines and Marauders trying to kill this queen. A few roaches show up. And with the attention of the Marauders focused on this queen, they are able to take down the Marauders as well as the additional friends. Happen upon them at the same time. +3/+3 roaches. Pretty scary stuff, man. But again, this Bio very angry as well. +2/+2 taking out yet another hatchery. A lot of hatcheries have died. Is it only 2? I feel like it's been at least 4. One here, one here, one here twice. I don't know. Managing to escape with their lives, though. The Roach Hydra army, Lurker army here was ready for blood, ready to find them. But instead, they managed to retreat to the safety of their home. Not going to go well, though. I don't think for Obichew. The income is not looking great at all. 400 minerals, 80 gas compared to 1,500 minerals and 300 gas for validng. The income is just through the roof for the Zerg players. Basically maxed out. And going to come up from behind here. Even though the Terran player has the high ground, I don't know how much this actually matters. Trying to get... What is that? Was that a move command? I don't know. It might actually work out anyway. The Lurkers burrowing are scanned and available, but it cleans up anyway, man. Lurkers are good. Lurkers are good. Obichew has 36 total supply left. A good game from Obichew. Good game from validng, and that's it. Obichew is defeated. validng is victorious, and Obichew has left the game. Look at the resources lost here real quick. Zerg player, 21,500 minerals, 7,500 gas. 31,400 minerals lost for Obichew in that game. 6,300 minerals, 56 SCVs. This is one of the only times I've ever seen Roach Hydra really stand up to bio balls like that. I probably have to give a lot of the credit to the Lurkers here. 14 kills there, 7 kills there. Lurkers killed a lot of units in this game. 149 Marauders died, 151 Marines died, 106 Roaches fell, as well as 62 Hydras. But in the end, it was just the good macro from validng. Had more bases up and running, had a lot more income, had the upgrades, the +3/+3 compared to the +2/+2 for the Terran player, and that was it. So pretty fun stuff there. Thank you again for watching today. This has been FalconPaladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Thank you so much for joining me today. Again, all 2,000 of you subscribers, I love you so much and really appreciate all that you do to help support the channel and promote it on different sites and all that stuff. So again, you can find me on places like Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, all at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, you take care of yourself.